we can't hear anymore. I can hear you. Okay. So this was a batch, BioNTech batch. What else do you see in the background? There's lots of movement going on. So BioNTech is moving. You see that? That could be the vaccine particles, the nanolipids. Can you say how big this object is? Well, up to 40 mu. Yeah. We have found up to 0.5 millimeter sized particles, and they are visible in the light microscope from Professor Burkhardt, by the way. Again, the chip, and this is the same vaccine in the normal light microscope in the hardened. It's the same object 3 months later, the one that was floating, the bigger one. Now that it is this one here, it was here and dried out. It forms this shape here. Here we have Johnson & Johnson, a massive object as well. Again, here showing these structures with sharp edges, well-defined edges. So maybe a question to the experts: what happens if this moves into the capillary vessels? In the lymph node, it's moved to the lymph node. Well, it's very big. For the small capillary vessels, it's very big. If I can say this, we know nanoparticles, they are eaten by macrophages, which is what they can do if they have sharp edges. We know that from polystyrenes and graphene oxide, and we get a so-called of bio-corona around the edges that mRNA and proteins wrap it up, and that makes the body makes it unharmful for the body, but it is an inflammatory process that happens around these nanoparticles. There's good research on that. This, again, Johnson & Johnson, with this little aeroplane-like structure moving. We've seen this plane in many samples, and it always has this shape, so it's not coincidental that it has the shape. We have seen it often. The small part at the top is moving as well. This is something that we also see. This is blood of a vaccinated person. We see the money roll phenomena here, and this is not a hair, it's not contamination. We have taken a piece of cloth material. It looked like graphene layers. It's very, very long, and it's double light shedding. Double light shedding, what does that mean? It means it's a foreign body. Maybe the pathologist could explain. It's non-organic. So it's nothing biologic that should be inside the body. If you look, could this be Morgellons? I've seen images shortly after this. It looked like graphene layers. I can't say whether it's Morgellons. Also, these structures have been observed a number of times by different people, always in the blood of vaccinated people and only after the vaccination. This is a smear of one of my patients who had a left-sided paralysis after the vaccination, who has MS relapses, who has autoimmune antibodies, cerebral. And this image was 6 months after the vaccination. We see these metal splinters dancing, and the blood, this pineapple shape, is not live anymore. The only thing that still moves is these parts, and the white bit is a granulocyte which tries to catch this contamination, and apparently it can't do so. We have one at the top and on the right of that granulocyte as well. So now we've got pictures that I didn't take. This is Berbogitalis.